Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. And you're looking at one of the most potent receiving threats in all of football when it comes to this fella. He continues to torch opposing secondaries. You have to wonder how many yards he'll rack up here in this one. It's the Panthers going up against the Vikings. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are indeed at the beautiful state-of-the-art U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything, the ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock in trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
Now it's Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Now Newton. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it is...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Time for our player spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Newton now on second down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to get near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. So one quarter in the books here on Christmas Eve. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
Let's go, guys.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth. Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been terrific so far.
Let's go, guys.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
As we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. To throw on second down is Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Carolina! Their dangerous wide receiver. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They go play action with Stewart. Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Vikings looked great last week, but haven't been as steady today. The Panthers have to be commended for playing a really good first half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Panthers have it midway through the first. The pass will be caught over the middle, and the pass and catch will end up going for 26 yards. Panthers later on the drive, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Panthers up now by 7. Now following the interception, Newton's going to find his mark, and he's going to go 83 yards for the score. Panthers up by a touchdown. So late in the second, coverage breaks down here, and this 2-play drive goes for a TD. Panthers push their lead to 11. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded at the 2. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to wind up and air it out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And the return just out across the 15. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough?
Here's Donnie Jones now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Stewart is the lone setback. Now Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the red zone now, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Robinson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll run for it. It's Stewart. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Vikings defense. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver there to make the grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time, and a touchdown to put things away.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.